I'm Sue Woodgate, I'm the Zoo Business Manager at Drusillas Zoo Park. I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about what goes on behind the scenes at Drusillas, particularly with looking at our native species and concentrating a little bit more on what happens around East Sussex. So recently we've actually had a huge amount of nest boxes built ready for us to put up around the park and for a conservation project that we're doing to help dormouse just up the road from Drusillas. Now the nest boxes are going to be dotted around site for things like bats, and where we are here at the moment we are by our bat house, and we're actually going to put some of the bat boxes around here, not quite on the bat house but around so the public can see them, which is quite an exciting project. We've also got birds. We mustn't forget our native species birds. They need help as well, so we're putting lots of nest boxes up around site, as well as then looking at all sorts of things we can do for things like butterflies. We do a lot of survey work at Drusillas for things like butterflies, and we have somebody come in 4 times a year and look at the whole site for all the butterflies and moths that we have, and that information then goes to a central database so we can monitor how many butterflies we have, and we can also then help by putting in more plants like the buddleia here and looking at what we can put for year round. So coming up for the spring, when they're obviously coming out and emerging, then we need to make sure we've got the right plants on site for actually making sure that they've got a good food source, and all the other insects that we have on site as well. So the nest boxes will be going on walls above similar to this, above the buddleia that we've got here, and we will be labelling it so the visitors can see what we've got there and what we're expecting to find in these nest boxes, and we will continue to monitor them as well. So things like the bats, we're hoping to do a bat walk. Now bat walks are great fun, where we go around in the dark with a load of us trying to find out what species of bats we have on site, and then we can tailor the nest boxes to those bats. And the ones we have at the moment are for the smaller species of bats, which we tend to find around in East Sussex. This is a sparrow nest box, and sparrows like to nest in what we call a terrace box, so they're side by side. As you can see, it's one big box really, but they like to have their own little front doors. And then we've got up here the big beast here. This one is an owl box, and this one is specifically for barn owls. So we have different nest boxes and different designs for different birds. This one usually goes up on a large pole, and I'm hoping that this one's going to go along the railway line at Drusillas, and you'll be able to see it as you go past on our safari trail. And then we have this one, which looks a bit odd. You can see up there. This is for bats, so it goes onto a wall flat like this, and then the bats go up in here, and they've got a little ladder to climb up with their claws. So that's the bat box. And this is for a small bird box, and again these will go up all around site, so have to look out for them. And then these, we have actually got 45 of these, because for the dormouse nest box project we actually have to have 50 of them put up around the woods that we're monitoring, and that's the amount that the People's Trust for Endangered Species like us to have on site. So we have 50 boxes that we have to go around the woods and find, so we have to have really good memories of where each of them are. So what I'll be doing is I'll be going around numbering these so that we can know which boxes we've got, and then we go around and check them once a month from end of April to October time, and then we leave them alone. So if we did have any dormouse nesting in them, they would hibernate in them over the winter, so we don't want to disturb them. And these are also used a lot by Yellowback mice. We found quite a lot of those in the past in these boxes, so again they can overwinter in them.